you have to be responsible. You have to be respectful of authority. You have to have a good work ethic. I think that's probably number one, to have a good work ethic and to know that what you bring to the job every day is important, and it's what you're being paid to do, and you owe that to an employer. But mainly just to have a good work ethic, I think, is probably number one.
I think any career, obviously the first thing is you have to be able to talk to people. If you can't communicate yourself with people, you're not going to get very far. The other thing, is you got to be able to do, and especially in our position here with recreation, you have to deal with a lot of customer complaints and things like that. And if you're not able to talk to people and be able to hear their side and kind of see where they're coming from, along with the rules and regulations you have, it's hard to go places and be able to put your expression across and have them understand maybe where you're coming from as well.
I would say that communicating is probably the biggest thing for any career. And being able to work with other people, not hiding behind phone calls and text messages and emails, but being able to meet one-on-one with people and have discussions.
In anything that you do, English classes are probably the most important, or speech classes are the most important, because if you don't have proper English or a way of speaking to people, it's a struggle every day, because we all have to communicate. So any type of communications course, I think, is probably the most important, no matter what you're going to do. Even if you're not in front of the public like I am every day, if you're behind the scenes, you're still dealing with your fellow employees, your administrators, your bosses, and at the same time, in personal life, you're dealing with your family and friends all the time too. So I think communication is probably the biggest skill set you need.
I think the softer skills are extremely important. The professionalism, definitely attendance, says a ton about how good of a worker, person you'll be, attendance, accountability, and basically just a positive attitude. Those softer skills can get you further than grades could, and I think it can get you almost anywhere in life.
I think communication is a very, very good skill that if everybody can learn how to communicate better, and it's not just how to talk and how to listen, it's reading people, reading body language, nonverbal communication, things like that, and really going above and beyond as far as communication. I think that's a skill that a lot of people don't think about when they're getting into any career, because the majority of the careers out there, you're going to deal with people. You may not deal with public face-to-face in a retail setting, but you're going to deal with coworkers and managers, bosses, maybe even staff members, things like that.
I finished all my career studies as a junior in college. I went back and took freshman courses in my senior year, and the freshman courses were all business related. So I took accounting, I took management, I took marketing, and you're going to use, no matter what you do, you're going to use every one of those.
The ability to self-teach, I think, is huge. No matter what career you prepare yourself for, there's always going to be new obstacles or new things coming, especially in marketing. There's new, when I first started, social media wasn't even here, and now that's a huge part of how we market our product. And so being able to self-teach yourself those tools or those in those situations is key. And I think, going back to education again, being a good speaker, not just public speaking, because I know that's daunting to a lot of people, but to others, and being able to look people in the eye, being able to communicate appropriately, using, a lot of people think that the sign of a smart person is using big words, but really if you can communicate the hardest message the simplest way, that's the best thing to do. And so communication is key. And I think being able to be a team player, it's going to be very, very difficult or I guess I should say there'll be very, very few careers where you're not having to work in a team.
For any career, I think the ability to learn lifelong and flexibility, you're going to be able to need to change over time. What you learn in school now may not be what you have to utilize 30 years from now. And so even though in school it may not be your favorite topic, you may end up using it later.